Thank you for sticking with us. The final segment, the one that we all have been waiting for, of course. It's entering crunch time situation for Timnas Indonesia. The matches against China and Japan coming up. With the situation as it stands, we still have a chance to qualify automatically to the 2026 World Cup, but that depends on the situation in the other matches. And for Indonesia, preparing in Bali with the squad now. Maybe all the players now are in Bali, and we have a certain someone joining us, not just Aldi and Kiko. We have Firzi Idris coming straight from Bali.
Yay! Firzirio Romano.
A good
Hi guys.
evening.
Hello.
How's Jakarta?
Jakarta is awesome as always with the traffic.
I wish I can say that.
Yeah, always awesome.
How's Jakarta?
With the the visit of Macron. But with no slaps this time.
Yeah?
No slaps. No slaps.
No slap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a bit awkward coming down the plane as well for him. And he had a blast, I think, at UNJ. And of course the palace situation, and with everybody speaking French, a very great situation.
Oui.
Oui. Oui. The croissant. Mr. Firzi, how's Bali? I was supposed to be with Firzi in Bali, but I had to catch a flight, so I can't be there, sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, why, mate? You should have been here.
Yeah, I was supposed to be the host for that drawing, but I said, sadly, I can't make it if it's in Bali. Yeah. How are things in Gianyar?
Man, come on.
The old stomping ground for me.
Here. Yeah, Gianyar is nice. It's great. A little bit drizzling when the Timnas had their national training session there, open media training. It's it's a bit cool. The players also enjoyed it, I think. And even though it's a bit drizzling, like the ground staff, they always keep the pitch very wet before the training session begins. So I think that they try to make the people there, the players, more comfortable. Yeah, the players are certainly like adapting more to the climate in here in Indonesia, because it's like a step from Jakarta. I think it's colder here than in Jakarta right now, but everything with the players also, they enjoying themselves in Bali, because a few of the players, like, they go out, they play paddles, like Egi and Arhan, and I think a few other players, they play paddle at near Sanur, where they stay. The team hotel is in Sanur, not the glitzier part of Bali, not like in Canggu or in Semin.
Yeah, but
for obvious reasons.
Sanur is closer to Gianyar. Yeah, and then I think for the pitch, I think they're trying to make it as the same as the one in Gelora Bung Karno for the match, because it's expected to be slight drizzle in that day, playing against China. So I think they're trying to adapt to that. And for the players as well, going to Bali, the mindset of switching off for a bit and then concentrating on the task ahead. And when you see the roster that's been picked by Patrick Kluivert, with the return of Lili Pali and then the addition of Beckham Putra to the side, it's a fresh situation, making things more competitive as well. Yasa and Yance joining also. Maybe there's a potential for one of 3 players to be selected into the roster for the match day. What do you think about the chances of maybe Lili Pali, or the outside chance of Beckham Putra joining the side that will play against China?
Yeah, I was there on the second day, and the players that they choose to go to the media between the training sessions was Beckham, and Beckham was so eloquent in his responses and his answers. I'm quite impressed by how he answered the questions from the media, and he's a confident player. When I asked him also, because he has had already lifted a trophy for the national team. He won the SEA Games after 32 years. Yeah, the gold medal. The gold medal match, he was there and he's part of that team, and that's a big experience for him also for the national team. And then I asked him about his experience coming up against Zhejiang in the ICL2. Yeah, and he said he scored in that game also.
Yeah, I did that. I did that match.
Yeah. Lost, but he said that. Yeah, you did that. Of course, you did that match. You did
for sure, I did.
Match.
Yeah, I did that match.
That's funny. It's always funny, man.
Yeah, and he said that he had prior experience against the Chinese, a physical team, very very dangerous. So yeah, I think he can contribute. I think if the need comes for him to play.
Yeah, the need comes for him and maybe for the likes of Egy, because there was two players not going to be involved in that midfield, Ragnar Oratmangun and Marcelino Ferdinand. So both flanks with the potential of maybe Egy coming into the starting lineup, or maybe the outside chance of Beckham Putra or Yasa to be involved in the game against China. What do you think about the situation for players going into that crucial match, trying to fill up the spots left by Oratmangun and Marcelino Ferdinand?
Yeah, just like you said before, it's a crucial match for us, and losing a talent like Oratmangun and Marcelino, especially on the flank, it should be really massive loss for us. But I think in the likes of player like Jakob or Yasa, or especially Egy, who thrive really good throughout the season, I think they deserve a chance to prove himself to the national team, and I believe those names is more than capable to do that. And I think, I believe and I hope Patrick know what he do with the team, and I expect nothing less than a win against China.
Must win, of course.
Must win.
And when you see Lily Pali being involved in the camp, this is like a move like when you see England and Thomas Tuchel having Henderson, maybe not playing in the matches, but that influence in training, and then when he speaks to his teammates. Is this the impact that Patrick wants from Lily Pali in terms of experience that he has playing for Indonesia, playing for Borneo?
Sure. No, I think that comes into consideration as well, of him being also a naturalized player who speaks the language of most of the players and is most accustomed to the local culture. Somebody like Mark Locke, who's used to the Indonesia system, who can help integrate the players. But as well, he also has been with the national team. He's used to the national team as well. So that's probably what Patrick Kluivert and his team was looking for. But you know, they've been doing the scouting since Patrick Kluivert came in. They've nitpicked like game by game in the Liga 1. So it's definitely a lot of consideration for Lily Pali to come back in again. I'm not surprised, because Patrick has been saying like there are gonna be more local players being involved, and with the names that are here right now, with Ricky still there, Kambuaya, with the Sayuri brothers getting the call up as well. Not quite surprised. I think they deserve it. Now it comes to the players that are not going to play in this game, which you mentioned, Marcelino, Ragnar with an infection, as well as I think Martin Paz is not going to play as well.
Of course, yeah.
We're definitely going to see Emil Alderi for the first time between the goal for Indonesia. But we're going to miss this talent by Marcelino and his creativity that he brings. So I'd love to see Egy out there. Because he has that sort of creativity as well. He's also been called to the national teams a lot of the time. We used to call him Egy Messi back in the days. He still has that talent. I still look forward to that contribution. And with Beckham Putra, he played quite the integral role for Persib to become champions this season. The goals he scored are amazing, and I hope if that chance for him is called upon, and that's what he can produce, the long ranges, the confidence with the ball. So I think this is a good national Garuda calling squad. But yeah, I agree with Aldi. We need to win. We missed a lot of chances in the last game against China. We thought we were going to win that game, but we lost, which was the worst case scenario. Now we're in that worst case scenario. We need to win because Japan, you know, it's on paper the toughest opponent, and Patrick said that himself. So yeah, a win is a must.
Yeah, and Firzi, if you look at
Adi, may I add?
Sure thing, yeah.
Yeah, just to add a little bit, because I think the pressure to win is also on China. When I'm reading a few of their online media outlets, they said this is Ivanovic life or death game. If they lost this one, they're basically out of the contention. So, but the thing is, their game plan is made on a defensive counter-attack strategy that has served them not necessarily well, but quite okay in this qualifiers. And the Chinese media, from one that I read, that there's not a lot of changes in their training camp, because they are also doing their training camp in Shanghai since the 25th. And the reports coming from there is they do not change much from their regular defensive counter-attack tactics. I think they need to find that balance between playing certainly defensive aspect and attacking via counter-attacking system, but also they need to have a result in Jakarta. I think more than us. So that also put the pressure on them for sure.
Yeah, from the training that you just saw, maybe yesterday, the tactical approach from Patrick Kluivert, and from the way that he's picking players like Egy coming back, and then Beckham Putra coming into the camp as well. Maybe he has this thinking, of course with Lillipali as well, players that can destroy that mid to low block and finding space maybe in that half space area that I think is what Patrick Kluivert is thinking and trying to maybe figure out a situation for the likes of Lillipali, Beckham Putra with his late runs into the penalty box. What do you see about the approach from what you saw from training from Patrick Kluivert?
One thing that is nice to mention is that he uses two different attacking formations in between the matches in Australia and the match against Bahrain, wherein he uses two attacking players up front in Rafa and Ole, behind them Lino in Sydney, and then in Jakarta it's Ole up front with Ragnar and Lino supporting from the second line. I think the first option we may use it again with Rafa and Ole up front, because Rafa, man, he buffed up really great the last time
I saw that too.
He was pissed with Brisbane Roar.
It's not El Clemer anymore.
He was pissed.
He had a new nickname for him.
Pissed and working very hard in the gym.
Eyes in him.
He's trying to prove something.
Not the body language.
Very hard in the gym. Not necessarily the body. That's what I get from the netizen guys. But yeah, I think he buffed up really well, even though he didn't play in the last 7 games for Brisbane, not even in the squad. But I think it's a big gamble. I mean, for if you put in Ole there and have our 2 local players supporting him, Egy, I think it's a must for him to play. The other one is I think it's a bit risky, if I may say so. If you put in Fano or Beckham there, I think the better option is Rafa and Ole with Egy behind them. I don't know. I think it's just me.
Yeah, and then when you try to look at China and what they're trying to do, they also still have a chance to qualify. They have this maybe positivity coming into the game in Gelora Bung Karno after what happened in Qingdao. But the difference maker, Firzi, Aldi and Kiko, I think for Indonesia in the last match was Pelupesi. This is a guy who brings that quality, who assures his teammates that when you go an attack, he will cover, and he will become this solid number 6 or even the extra player in that back line. So this is a difference maker that we have now in the midfield that can help Tom Haye, that can help the likes of Egi, the likes of maybe Oloroman even playing better, and the impact of Pelupessy, and he is of course the difference maker in this game against China.
Yeah, with the players in that caliber of quality, he helps everybody, defensive line, midfield, and also upping forward. The likes of Pelupessy, he can contribute in every area, on every aspect on the field, and whoever going to be pairing in the central area with him is going to be, I don't want to say spoil, because everybody needs to work at their best, but it's going to be making the easier task for everybody. But still, our job, Indonesian national team job, is they must ensure there is no more mistake, no more error in every area, and especially in the forward, they need to become clinical, because we know we cannot score, we cannot creating a lot of chances, creating a lot of clear-cut chances. So every good chances they need to you know to finish it. Because yes, we have a quality for whoever we mentioned before, especially in Ole Romani, who we know his quality. We saw his quality in the previous games. So yeah, with everybody, every players that Patrick chooses to be in the starting lineup, I think it's going to be the best starting lineup we got. And like Firzi said before, some player is going to be risky, not risky, I mean risky to be started, because like cohesion, because the quality. I think we cannot change that much.
Yeah.
We cannot change that much in the terms of selecting the selection, because some players they more comfortable with playing with some particular players, but playing next month or June 5, I think the caliber of a spectacle of the game is going to be that high. Like Firzi said before, China also, it's a now or never for the 2026 World Cup. They will give every single the quality to the game. It's not going to be an easy game for us. It's going to be the caliber, or it's going to be a test for how far we are comparing to the other Asian nation.
The back line, this is going to be a bit of a headache for Patrick Kluivert. Players coming into form into the crucial match against China. Calvin Verdonk now as captain in Nijmegen with that victory against Ajax Amsterdam. Played excellent. And when you see the likes of Mace Hilgers playing a pivotal role for Twente in the playoff towards the Europa Conference League as well. And then you look at Jay Itz is fighting against relegation for Venezia, but in the end they falter. But you can see that back line with Rizky Ridho as well. Who's going to be the players that is going to be in the starting lineup in that back line for Patrick Kluivert when they will face China?
Oh, I think Jay is definitely going to be there.
Sure.
Jay is definitely going to be there. It just comes to, I think we're hearing too much about Mace Hilgers and whatever is going on with finally him being back for whatever reason Netizen deems to do so. But I'm quite torn between having to choose with all the centre backs, but definitely Rizky Ridho and Mace Hilgers and Jay Itzes. Those three, either one has the chance definitely to change the game. We saw Rizky Ridho with solid appearance last time against Bahrain with the clearance and him moving forward as well in the end game. I agree with Aldi. You just can't change that, you know. We can't change a lot in the back structure. What worked in the past, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So yeah, I think it's going to be a bit of a confusion for him as well. But definitely some of the players that already started with Calvin Verdonk and Kevin Dix on the right side, don't change it.
Yeah, and Emil is going to be in the firing line. A debut against China in a must-win match. But if you look at the form, Firzi, for the players playing in the Eredivisie and the Serie A, the Championship Division, all are playing very well and coming into form in the perfect situation towards the match against China. And when you think about the Thai League, you have Pratama Arhan and Asnawi playing a key roles in both clubs. So this is a situation that is very positive. It is maybe going to be a mini headache for Patrick Kluivert to pick that final roster for the match against China. But everything is unbelievable. As a football fan in Indonesia, this is again a situation that is very special when you have top quality elite players playing in the top leagues of Europe, all firing all cylinders and coming towards a key match down the stretch in the qualification towards the 2026 World Cup.
Yeah, sure. One more update regarding our backline is DPSSI finally dropped news about the no-show from Jordi Amat in the training ground, but because he was absent from the 2 days of open training. Even though he arrived in Bali on Sunday, the word is he got a sore throat and sakit kepala, headache.
Virus.
Yeah, he got
out with a virus.
Yeah, virus. I think
a movement.
I think
there you go.
Movement down with the virus, because a lot of people are asking me where is Amat. So finally PSSI dropped that news. He's not feeling really well. Hopefully he can rejoin the team quickly. But today Mes arrived at the team hotel and Jai just also, but the other ones who still are not here is Kevin Dix. Kevin, because he's still playing in the final of the Denmark Cup, and then and Martin, but Martin will not play anyways against China. And Eliano is the one that's still not here, even though the league stops at the 18th here. So
even his former boss is going to be his former boss is going to be the coach of Bali, right?
Gonna be the Bali, and Eliano played 50 games under Janssen, so that will be an interesting dynamic also. Yeah, regarding the back line, I think we also need to be careful about the back line, because without Wu Lei, China doesn't have Wu Lei because he's injured again. Only 6 games this season, even though he scored 34 out of 30 games last season for his team, Shanghai Port. But they have Wang Yudong, the 18-year-old, very lively, very fast player. The top scorer in the Golden Boot winner in the Asian Under-17 Cup 2 years ago. But we need to be careful with him, especially if they can exploit the space that we gave to them, like the match in Qingdao. I think that's the area that we need to be careful about, because if Mes plays with Jai, I think they need to sort out the communication between them. They need to sort out the organizational play between them. Tactical wise also, they need to be better, because those two players are perhaps two of our most highly talented players in our squad.
And the mistake was from that side when Mace was struggling to keep up with the pace, right? And then for Dunk, it's going to be interesting to face an opponent that is on form in that right side. That the flying wing back is going to be a one to watch and one to take care of from Dunk's point of view. So from all you guys, are you confident that this is going to be 3-0 win? Ali Bawazir, you hear it first.
I'm here.
3-0 Indonesia, easy.
3-0. This is not Inter versus PSG situation, right? This is 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah,
3-0. Yeah, both were saying 3-0. Confident for a win against China, and for that revenge, and for us to revive the chance of automatic qualification, because we do still have that chance, right, Firzi? If we take care of both matches and we can look at the results from other matches, if it is okay and positive for Indonesia, so automatic qualification if we can beat China and Japan.
Happy days.
Ooh, wow!
And Japan.
Automatic qualification. Come on, man. Round 4 is
the beauty. More matches for me.
Of course.
And more live reaction.
So that's why you're like more into like more matches. This is the reason.
But what do you think about the camp right now? The situation for every player coming to a match after a grueling season in the Serie A, Eredivisie, even in the leagues in Asia as well. Do you think that they are in a right mindset, a right place in coming towards a very high octane and crucial match against China?
They just had practice off today too as well, right, Firzi? How's that going?
There's no open session. I don't know if the team went to the training ground or not, or maybe they're staying at the hotel to do some video analysis training or everything. It's not like they're really open to us in the media. Their agenda.
This is not Bukit Jalil.
Very close. This is not Bukit Jalil.
Open training session.
Open bus parade
for 1,000 fans.
No, but the interesting is if you consider the thing that you mentioned, Adi, is this match comes for us for the majority of our players after a very long season. After a very long season for them, but for the Chinese team, for the 27 players that are called up, this is the middle of the season for them. This is round 13. The Chinese Super League stopped at round 13 for this round of qualifiers. So they are sharper, and also I bet they are much fitter than us, because that you say we got a lot of our players playing very high amount of games. But also I think this match is very important for some of the players for a very important summer, because I got word maybe 1 or 2 or 3 players are maybe moving to trying to find a new team for them. I think Jai just will try to find a new team. I've got good information that Messi also his agent are trying very hard to find him a new club, and also Marcelino, maybe a loan move for him for his last 1 year of his contract. So this match is also very important. If they can wrap up qualification, hopefully in this June, their price will be sky high. But if we can go to round 4 in October, I think some of them will still also move to try to move to a new club.
And maybe if we look further forward to the future, and if we can collect 3 points against China, what is the situation coming towards that crucial encounter with Japan, playing away in Japan? Do you think we have a chance with the team selection that they have chosen for the 2 last matches for Japan?
Yeah, I think realistically it is very, very hard, although nothing is impossible. If we talk to everyone at the camp, they have this positive mindset. Like even in Sydney, they have a very positive mindset before the game. It's just the execution and the game strategy overall. But because China will go against Bahrain in the last game, we need to maximize the games here, the 2 games here. I think China a win, anything other than that is a plus. Not getting my hopes up, just getting realistic, I think.
Thanks very much, Firzi, for joining us from Gianyar, Bali, and so close to the training facilities that is provided by Bali United. And thank you very much, boys, for your great insights in the future for Manchester United, but of course the Champions League final as well to look forward to. Internazionale Milan will face Paris Saint-Germain, and don't forget, on the 5th of June, we need your support in the Gelora Bung Karno, and wherever you are watching. Of course, this is a crucial match for Pasukan Garuda. Indonesia have to win this match in trying to find a way for automatic qualification or go to the round 4 of qualification towards the 2026 World Cup in USA, Canada, and Mexico. Thanks very much for watching our show today. Adiani signing off, and if you have comments, just go and write to us, and we will read it out loud maybe in the next episode. Cheers, guys.
Bye.